What a massive wave of bangers Nintendo Switch 2 is about to get. We're breaking down every game from the June Nintendo Direct in just 7 minutes. Things started off slow, but with plenty of rhythm thanks to Rhythm Paradise Groove, which is bringing an RPG mode to Switch as the big new feature of this latest entry. You'll be able to play it on the console starting July 2nd. Capcom showed off 2 huge games with Switch 2 versions, the fast-paced Onimusha Way of the Sword and Dragon's Dogma 2, which already struggled on PlayStation 5, so we'll have to see how it performs on Nintendo's console. They're coming on September 25th and October 9th respectively. The action game Stellar Blade is leaving PS5 behind and coming to Switch 2 sometime in 2026. If you're looking for a co-op game, keep an eye on the Switch exclusive, something like It Takes Two but animated. It launches on September 3rd. We already knew about it, but another look at Rayman Legends Retold didn't hurt, confirming game share on Nintendo Switch 2. Available October 1st. The creators of that nasty little goose game are bringing their brand new game, Big Walk, to Nintendo. Explore a huge world with up to 4 friends as you solve puzzles and get caught up in all kinds of weird situations. It's coming to Switch 2 right in the middle of summer on August 4th. Maybe it wasn't the One Piece game you were expecting, but Grand Gourmet will have you managing a restaurant set in its universe. It's coming to Switch and Switch 2 on October 23rd, with the Switch 2 version also featuring mouse controls. Pokemon Pokopia is getting a double helping of new content, with a free DLC that lets you dive underwater and explore the ocean floor, as well as a paid expansion pass with 3 separate releases that will take you to different biomes. The first one arrives in August, but the game will keep getting new content all the way through 2027. We finally have a date for the new Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, which follows in the footsteps of 3 Houses by putting more emphasis on its characters and world. It launches on September 17th for Switch 2, both on its own and as a collector's edition with a steelbook, art cards, and a few other goodies. If you played the free-to-play Ninjala on Switch 1, pay attention because Ninjala 2 has just been announced. It's an open-world Ninjala game with co-op for up to 4 players. And watch out because it will be exclusive to Switch 2 and is coming in 2027. Nintendo is launching challenges on Nintendo Switch Online with DK Challenge, a whole bunch of missions running from June 10th to September 1st that will unlock collectible cards by completing challenges in Donkey Kong games. Oh, and Bonanza will also receive a special event for Super Mario's 40th anniversary as part of its DLC. Mix Vampire Survivors with Jujutsu Kaisen and you get this new banger, Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble, an action game coming to Switch 2 in 2026. The third-party lineup also brought some heavy hitters to Nintendo Switch 2. Devil May Cry 5 Devil Hunter Edition arrives on June 23rd at 60 FPS. Lies of P Complete Edition lands on August 5th, and Lords of the Fallen 2 joins the lineup in fall 2026. Vanillaware is bringing back one of its classic gems with Muramasa Revenant Blades. It launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch in early 2027. The Xenoblade Chronicles Trilogy is getting Nintendo Switch 2 editions with 4K resolution, 60 FPS, new content, and a brand new vehicle. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is available digitally from today. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 arrives on July 30th, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 lands on December 3rd. Those who already own the Switch versions will be able to buy cheaper upgrade packs. But the real surprise was Xenoblade Genesis, a brand new beginning for the series coming to Nintendo Switch 2 in 2027. Nintendo Switch Sports Resort takes us back to Woohoo Island with 12 sports, including skateboarding with the Joy-Con 2 mouse controls, jet skis, flying planes, and even jump rope as a warm-up. The most surreal moment was seeing an endless thumb war using this game. It will be available on October 22nd exclusively for Nintendo Switch 2. RuneScape is bringing its co-op survival adventure to Switch 2 on September 15th. We got our first look at the Hello Kitty Mario Party style game in motion with Partyland, available on October 29th for Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch. Another look at Star Fox, which arrives on June 25th and now has a demo available on Switch 2. Square Enix has revealed Final Fantasy Resonance, the first HD 2D entry in the franchise, with turn-based battles and a story featuring iconic characters like Cloud, Terra, and Clive. It launches on October 22nd for Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch. Piku Niku is making the jump to 3D with the second game in Devolver Digital's series. a game that looks as weird as it does deep, launching on Switch 2 in 2027. More Square Enix goodness with Dragon Quest Monsters: The Withered Kingdom, a reimagining of the first Dragon Quest monsters, coming to Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch on December 3rd. We finally got another look at the Duskbloods, and it looks a lot better than it did the first time. This multiplayer game from the creators of Dark Souls will be exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2 and is coming in 2026, with closed tests confirmed for this summer. Splatoon Raiders expanded its presentation with new weapons and special attacks, but there's also a dedicated Splatoon Raiders Direct planned for June 30th. There will be daily updates on Nintendo Today, a special Splatfest in Splatoon 3, and special colored Joy-Con launching alongside the game on July 23rd. And from this point on, things went completely off the rails, with Toby Fox presenting Deltarune Chapter 5 and launching it basically right away on June 24th. We also got a version of Metaphor. And here's the wildest part. The entire Kingdom Hearts series is coming natively to Nintendo Switch 2 alongside Kingdom Hearts 4, which showed off a new trailer for the Switch 2 version with never-before-seen gameplay. Nintendo and Square Enix are besties forever now. The trilogy arrives on Switch 2 on October 8th, with a demo of the third game already available, while the fourth entry is still a long way off, since no release date was given. Minecraft is also coming to Nintendo Switch 2 in 2026, and will include the Vibrant Visuals graphics update and the Super Mario Mashup Pack. Before the big finale, they hit us with a ton of new announcements. Observer, Fitness Boxing 3, Metal Gear Solid Collection 2, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Tales of Eternia, Warhammer Space Marine 2, DayZ Cool Edition, SnowRunner, Final Fantasy XIV, Atelier Caria, and Everbloom are all on the way to Switch 2. And the ending was pure Nintendo. For the 40th anniversary, Nintendo is bringing back The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time with a full remake, and all we got to see was a tapestry featuring the Deku Tree and Link lying in bed. That said, the little we did see suggests it will be completely different from the way we remember it on Nintendo 64 and Nintendo 3DS. It launches later this year exclusively for Nintendo Switch 2. What did you think of the Nintendo Direct? Tell me the worst and the best game shown in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single Nintendo update. Thanks for watching, see you next time!